Welcome to the Bachelor After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. You guys, we have a couple things to address tonight, namely Corinne. We have Alexis and her use of move bitches, which has become a new phrase for the season. And my God, Danielle L. We're going to break it all down right here on AFTERBUZZ. Let's do it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Guys, welcome back to your Bachelor After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. Officially, I believe, in 112 countries now, and just got some love from Abu Dhabi right before the show. You guys are the best, and we are so excited to be here every week with you. We're sans one person tonight, but we lost a girl, we added a girl, and we added an effeminate personality over here, or so he described himself tonight. Mr. Brooks Forrester. Brooks, how you doing?
Wait, I did not describe myself.
Tell the story real quick.
Someone
said you have an effeminate personality?
Yeah, see, he's using the word effeminate too.
I never heard
I don't
that
know
word.
if that's a word, but yeah.
It's not a bad thing. I've been told I have that too. It means we're sensitive and we're in tune with how we feel
emotional
as guys.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's an okay thing.
Yeah.
Next to you, she's been gone 2 weeks, but she wasn't gone from our hearts. Her name is Chelsea Briche. Welcome
there we
back,
go.
Chelsea.
Fresh
Hi,
off
guys.
your recent suspension.
I was not
Do you want to
suspended.
talk
They
about
really
it,
missed me.
or
I was not suspended, you
where
guys.
were you? Tell us. Get 20 seconds for you. Go.
20 seconds. I was at home in Florida for the holidays, and I extended my stay because
Faster.
I really missed my family. And then I was watching the Alabama National Championship game, which
14.
we
Roll Tide.
lost, and I
15,
don't want to talk about.
16. Yeah, I texted you as soon as the show was over last week.
I know.
You still wear Alabama colors, kinda? You got some crimson in those.
I mean, I gotta.
Flowers?
Were you flipping back and forth between the game and Bachelor, or to be honest, or did you just say you're not watching
no,
the
I
game?
wasn't, you guys. I was at the bar, just like pacing around the whole bar.
Did you drink more after the loss or before the loss? Can you answer that on here? I'm retweeting the link
I
so
feel like I
people that
can't.
follow me on
I
Twitter
was
can.
kidding.
No, be
Before.
honest. Yeah, before?
I was, because, I mean, let's be honest. We were on the hunt for our 17th national championship.
Yeah.
So I was
Unnecessary
like, we're just
details.
have a great time. We're gonna watch some football. We're gonna win, and
It's all about numbers
We
for you
did
guys
not.
over there at Alabama, isn't it?
Well, so now you know Brooks'
15.
voice. That's Chelsea's voice. My name is Danny. This is my voice. I'm a little raspy. Sorry for those of you who listen. I don't know what. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sick. I feel great.
You look great and you
I was
sound
gonna say you kind of
awesome.
look a little.
Ouch! All right, you know who did look great tonight? There are two
I should
girls.
say it on the count of 3.
Wait.
Okay.
There are 2 girls in the house who have come up majorly for me. Like, we knew they were beautiful, but tonight I was just like, holy.
Okay,
Actually, 3.
one.
Okay.
1, 2.
Wait, are we saying both names or one
just
name?
one?
Chelsea, you have
You
to say a
both
name
better
too.
say Chelsea. I don't understand what's happening.
No, it's okay. We're saying the girl who came up for Danny, who he's like,
Okay,
whoa.
can I get in on this?
Yeah, we all have
for
to say.
you?
No, for all of us. Which girl tonight stood out as like, oh my gosh, she really came out of nowhere. Like, she is stunning.
Okay, I'm just gonna say the one that I think you're gonna say.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna say.
Wait, you guys think you know what I'm
1, 2,
gonna say?
3. Yeah.
All right, ready?
One,
1, 2, 3.
Whitney.
Yes, do it.
Yes. She is.
I mean,
God,
your
you
drool
were
was like,
perving a dish, dude. You got googly eyes, dude. That's a line from Sandlot. If you haven't seen the movie, you were
I
perving
love
a
that
dish.
you just. I love that you just pulled out a line from Sandler. No, we knew she was beautiful. You called her night one. You said, I think she's a dark horse. I just noticed her a lot more
for the
tonight.
credit.
Like, oh my god.
I didn't notice her until really you pointed her out. To be honest,
When
I think I was just
When
so
are you gonna
concentrated
notice her?
on. Maybe next week.
When is
Okay.
I'll let
Nick
you
gonna
know.
notice her? Is the
It
question.
is. They even throw her name and her job very quickly
What's her
across
job?
the screen.
Yeah, what's her job?
I don't even know. I think Pilates instructor, but but they do not give her time. They're like, "Ring, here she is."
Because, like, kind of as always, I mean, if it's not dramatic, like all this drama is gonna take time almost over.
Yeah.
Anything like solid.
By the way, shout out to Steven back there playing the little.
Shout outs.
Shout out. Steven, how you doing back there?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
What accent was
what's
that?
his
Was that a little
accent?
New
Yes.
York sass you got there?
Accent? I don't. What are you talking about? Accent?
What are you talking about? Hey,
Hey.
I got the DVDs.
Hey, this guy.
This guy.
This
Hey,
guy.
you came in with the Backstreet Boys, which, by the way, Chelsea did. 15-year-old Chelsea, or how old were you? 12?
You guys,
12?
Backstreet Boys was my first concert that I ever went to.
Mine
Stop
too.
No, my mom surprised me with the tickets, and I was
Place,
just
and who'd you go with?
my mom and I don't remember what the center at home was. BB. I think it's now the BB&T Center.
Was it? Where was it?
something.
Down in Florida?
Yeah, in Fort Lauderdale.
What?
It
Now,
was,
what were you
oh my-
expecting out of the show?
She
In your like, what were your expectations as a
when
kid?
I went to the concert.
Yeah, you're like,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
it was
see them,
everything. It
they're
was
going
everything
to-
that I ever wanted to. Like, I'm pretty sure that Nick Carter waved to me. It's really not a big deal. And
I don't want to talk about it.
I
Can we
wanna
have
talk
5
about
minutes?
it.
Great.
But I think that was awesome. That was really fun that they brought them in because they know like those girls are gonna love that no matter
Yeah.
how old they are or what the scenario is.
Yeah. Do you think it was to pump up the residency that's happening in Vegas? Do
Of
you
course
think
it was.
a
It was
little
a great,
promos?
yeah.
Great
He
plug.
was, that's what he said. We're practicing for our residency or whatever he said. Like a nice
He's like,
little
tickets
plug.
are on sales right now. It's
Yeah.
Smith Picks.
I'm gonna
That's so
tweet out
cool.
the link.
Good
No,
for
I thought
them.
it was awesome, but I mean, anytime I see Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, I will be there.
Oh, NSYNC. I think I was more of an NSYNC guy, to be honest with you.
Without question.
Yeah, I was an NSYNC guy
Yeah.
or Backstreet. I liked them both. I had both.
I'm still an NSYNC
I'm
girl.
the feminine one.
I had both compact discs in my car. But who did you listen to? Did you listen to one of those?
I didn't
Morgan?
listen to either.
Neither.
No.
I don't believe you.
Right.
listened to
Tell me
Hanson.
your favorite NSYNC song ever. Oh, he's telling the truth. He can't even name one.
Are they the ones that do the bye bye bye?
Oh my.
Okay,
yeah.
you did that
Goodbye.
very well.
Yeah.
We're saying bye.
I don't know
Yeah.
NSYNC,
Okay.
but I know their dance moves. Come on, Brooks.
Corinne, get it together.
All right, so let's take it to the top.
Corinne has got to get it together.
God.
Yeah,
get
before
it.
we get to Corinne, let's get through the rose ceremony so we can, because we got to tie up a little bow on last week.
Fine.
Let's do it.
Nick walks in the house, all the girls. By the way, I have to give Nick this. Mm-hmm. If you're going to pick an outfit to deliver some bad news, this went back to like the first season when Nick was on Andy's season, and I was like, that guy has the best style in the house. He had a tweed blazer with a floral tie and a pocket square to match some of the flowers. Are you kidding me, Nick? That was
I've
the best
never-
outfit.
I did not even
best
notice
outfit
that.
he's worn the entire season so far.
I
Little-
just thought it looked happy. I was like, that's a happy
well,
outfit.
if you're gonna deliver some bad news, you dress happy.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
I would agree with you.
Gotta give props to my guy.
And what are
It's a
you
great
thinking about Millennial Miss? That's her blog. Check it out.
Check it out. What a plug.
Yeah,
outfit.
what
What a plug.
In case you didn't hear me, said it was
That's
the
a
millennial
millennial
miss.
miss.
It's not a big deal. I didn't notice his outfit actually at all.
Surprising.
Like,
okay.
at all.
Gosh.
I don't want to stay stuck on this mute point.
Yep.
Well, yes, move on.
Okay.
You call me effeminate. Wait, what? So by the way, the NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys. Tweet us your thoughts. We want to know. Tweet us Backstreet Boys or NSYNC,
NSYNC
whichever one
is
you
the right
were.
answer.
Whichever one will forever hold a place in your heart. Tweet the three of us. I want to do a little poll and run
Okay,
this.
let's do it.
Can I say what we're gonna do at the very end of the show in response to that as well?
You absolutely can.
Okay, great. We're gonna do 5-minute question and answer. Danny's idea, but I think it's great. Last 5 minutes of the show, we are gonna do a question and answer session right there in the chat roll. So if you
I typed it into the people in the chat room already are aware.
So
This is
if you're
good.
listening to the podcast right now and it's Tuesday, you missed out.
No, this is something for the people on the that listen to the podcast to know is that when you tune in live, if you can, I know some people have work problems in East Coast and other countries, but if you ever can get in live with us, we try to do some things and bring in questions and comments throughout the show and shout you out. So if you can ever join us, we love that. We would love
Class
that.
participation. We love it.
Yeah, and if not, tweet us the questions. We like to retweet stuff and
Yeah.
shout you out there as well. So, rose ceremony. I thought there was a moment, though, before he gives out the roses. We saw a little premonition of what we were going to see tonight later on. That was his conversation with Danielle L on the couch during the cocktail ceremony. And they have this moment where Nick just looks like he's really into her. And we're starting to see, like, whoa, this is really... And he goes, I really want to get to know you more. And he said that exact quote, but he said it with a little Nick flavor that you don't see him talk to girls with very often. And that's when
True
I first
interest.
thought true interest.
What
And
a
that's when
weird
I first thought
concept.
I was like, Nick might really be into. She was the first girl out of the limo. We've talked about this. She's stunning.
Yeah.
And they hadn't shown much of her up until this point. If you guys are only seeing me right now, Brooks and Chelsea are having a little side hug
No,
fest
it's just this.
I think I flicked the wire
over there.
I'm just gonna wear it.
Yeah, so I kind of got a little preview for that. We also saw a little preview of how crazy Corinne was gonna get.
She is so batshit crazy. I don't know if I can say that. I'm sorry. She
You
really
can say
is.
whatever you
Repeat it,
want.
But
please.
like, I mean, as much
Go
as
ahead,
I kind of
Chels.
want to hate her, I don't know. You guys, there is no one like her. I mean,
Yeah.
she is TV absolute gold. Like, and I think that's genuinely like what we're seeing. I would venture to believe is exactly how she is in quote unquote real life.
Yeah, I would agree. I would
Like,
agree.
right? I mean, it's
you-
another level.
Do you imagine her audition and them coming in? The
They're
producers
like,
are all
"We
sitting
found
down,
her.
and they're
We
like,
found her."
"You guys."
Yeah, like,
I mean,
they-
We
what?
struggle.
Yes. No, for sure. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Would she say
She correct.
because she's kind of not in terms of like being a villain. She's not like real villain-esque.
Yeah.
Because she's not really a threat at this point. The girls are like, okay, it's Corinne.
But no, but I think almost in a twisted way, the girls are now viewing her as a threat.
Really, when the nanny thing came out of the bag, I think everyone went, okay.
Yeah.
Now we can. Now
Now
we
we
have
can
reason
relax.
to. We don't feel bad for judging
Yeah.
her.
She has a nanny.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's get to so. Anything else? The rose ceremony is this? That's where she goes to sleep and she cries in the bathroom. Was right before the rose ceremony. She goes to the bathroom.
She was in like
Starts
her
crying
trench
because
coat
her
and
trench
whipped
coat
cream.
plan didn't
She's
work
like,
with
I'm
Nick.
ready for a serious commitment. Here's
I'm
whipped
ready.
cream.
I'm ready
Like,
to go to
come on.
that intimate level with
Yeah.
him. Oh, after your non-existent one date.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
on a bed in front of the fountain out in the
Wait,
driveway.
what did you
Hello,
tweet? What did you tweet?
I didn't actually tweet it.
Can you tell them? Because I thought it was really funny.
What was it?
Oh, it was just about like Corinne's like, I'm ready to sleep with Nick, and the producer's like, yeah, you're just bunk
Yeah, let's
beds.
go-
We don't have any
Yeah, we don't
free
have a
beds.
bed.
Put a
bedroom.
bed out in the middle
Chris
of the
Harrison
open.
walks in. How about just a small, large, maybe pillow in front of the fountain?
That's so funny.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Done.
This is the last rose.
She's like salt. So roses, they go to Astrid, Taylor, Whitney. That was when I first was like, oh.
Who was in that? Talk about outfits. Who was in that black dress? Do you
With
know
the
what
bra
I'm talking-
underneath.
Nope.
Nope.
This is another one. It went like this.
I saw.
She was right in front. Brunette. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, that dress was absolutely stunning.
I need to see a picture.
It was
I don't
like a
remember off the top of
cutout
my
So
head.
of
you
her
do
boobs.
notice outfits.
Just not
Yeah,
Nick's.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
I mean,
the
I'm
girls.
just honestly not looking at Nick
She's
at
looking for
all.
future blog posts, okay?
I got it.
So we got roses: Astrid, Taylor, Whitney, Christina, Danielle, Rachel, Vanessa, Raven, Jamie, Dominique, Sarah, Alexis, Brittany, Josephine, Jasmine. Going home is Haley, which I was surprised
I
about.
was surprised by that too.
Lacey, and a yellow dress girl, which I can't remember her name.
Did you hear what she said when she was leaving? She's like, "You'll do great."
You'll do great, bud. Go get him,
get
Slugger.
her.
Like, what a supportive ex.
Go get him, boss.
Yeah,
You got
was
it.
So weird. You'll do great.
You know, in that
Okay.
rose ceremony, I caught on to something that I haven't caught on in the past, and I don't know if this is a new
What?
thing for the editors, but they set up Danielle like her being the nervous one about the rose. There's like 3 different clips about things
Her-
that she
and
was
then they
nervous.
called her.
And then, well, it wasn't like that dramatic call that we usually see.
Yeah.
Like they reserve her till the end. She just got like
Yeah.
she was in the mix, but then they set it up for the date. Because then she had this amazing date, and I don't want to necessarily go there, but I had never seen them do that in the rose ceremony. What I'm trying to say is that, and they just had some interesting editing techniques that have been done in this episode. I like to watch, like, oh, how are they
Yeah,
editing?
how
How
they're
they're
doing
putting
it.
it together, and they're mixing it up, which I think is keeping all of us
But they
more
should.
engaged in
Well,
the
so
show.
I actually took notes on this. The 3 girls that they did a little package on of "Am I going to get a rose?" They do the voiceovers before they pass out the roses. First was Christina.
Yeah.
The second was Vanessa, which we see get a one-on-one later in the show, and then Jamie, which we see get a rose, but we don't see a lot of the rest of the show. And then the last girl they did it with, that didn't get a rose and went home. So
See, so I'm not the only one that's watching.
no, I
Look
paid
at that.
attention. I put little asterisks.
You did this when we said when
yeah,
Danny said Vanessa. What was that?
No, it was like a
you
good
love her.
love her.
Love her.
So the 3
Yeah.
girls that go home: Haley, Lacey, yellow dress. Surprised, Chelsea? Any of them?
No, I don't remember who Haley is.
Haley had the bobby pin tat that everybody talked about. She had a bobby
She's
pin
a
tat.
photographer.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
surprised.
photographer,
and I
23,
don't even know
Vancouver.
the other dress's
Wore
name.
the black with the bra underneath. Me and Danny were like, "What is that?
But
Is
she
that
was
a dress?"
hysterically crying at the end when she was leaving.
Yeah, she turned, gave her
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to the
yeah.
camera.
Yep.
Dramatics. Pause.
Just want to
Fade to
find
black.
love.
So can I move into the first date card?
Yeah.
Moving.
Yeah.
Alexis reads it. It's Danielle L, Christina, Whitney, Taylor, Jasmine, Corinne, in quotes, everybody. There was maybe about a 4-second pause where everybody looks around.
And then a producer from the side said something because they
think?
all turned their heads.
No, I thought they started
And
playing
then-
music.
They
or
did.
was that in the house?
Well, maybe they did just play
Yeah.
the music in the
I think they were
house.
playing in the house, like
Yeah.
through the
Yeah, I do
system.
too.
Yeah, I do too. No.
And then,
And then
here
the guys
come
walk in.
Backstreet
I regret
Boys.
saying what I said because now I'm looking like a
He
dumbass.
immediately
Oh my
regrets
God.
it.
Jeez.
Oh, yellow dress. Thank you, Mabry Montgomery. The yellow dress belonged to Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
I forgot there was a Liz and an Elizabeth. See, that's good.
I
Yeah, it was kind of cool to see the Backstreet Boys walk in. They all freaked out. I was wondering if some of them would even really know, you know what I mean? Much like they knew who they were, but not know their music, other than like their
Like
5
Corinne
favorite.
because she's 24.
Yeah, like some of
Yeah.
some of the really really young girls. Like Taylor's 23.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah,
God.
very accomplished 23, but 23
Well,
is
when
still
did
23.
Backstreet Boys
Well, they would
take their
no.
hiatus?
I mean, you guys, we're not
She would have
that
been
old.
10
yeah,
We're kind of that old.
yeah.
or 11 ish. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's pretty young. I don't know.
Like
just
she would know who One Direction is, I guess.
More of a One Direction fan, so
I'm,
Harry
you're-
Styles
I'm more of
could-
a 1D. Yeah, a lot of people came
That's-
in on the chat row. We're hot with the 1D, but yeah, the whole Corinne starts coming out with the nanny stuff in here and talking about planned dancing. By the way, that quote, my God, Can we talk about that for a
Oh.
second?
I tweeted, I was like, can someone just say something? Like, the girl just sat on TV and she goes, like, plan dancing? Are you kidding me? Choreography. The word is choreography.
Like every week I had
read a
something.
book,
I had
dude.
something.
Like-
I had something to my
choreography.
vocabulary from Corinne, and this week I'm adding planned dancing. I want to like work that into my vocabulary.
I feel like that'd
Planned
be a great.
dancing. Never in my life have I heard someone call it that.
You guys want to get some drinks and go planned dancing?
Yeah, you guys come on over to our studio where we specialize in plan dancing. Like that's
Someone's
a
gonna
commercial.
do something
yeah.
with that because that's funny.
Oh my gosh, Aisha Wilson just called all the girls on the show fetuses. They are very young. I would agree with you there. Fetuses might be a little aggressive, but I get where you're going for, and I agree with you.
Wait. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, let's just
let's
go
just
right
move on.
Yep.
Let's just skim
Did
past
you
that.
really, until we get to the conversations after the concert, did you notice any of the girls really vibing with Nick besides Danielle L? They really gave her a lot of
Where are
camera
we?
time.
Where was your question?
So
Sorry.
they're practicing choreography.
Practicing.
Oh, yeah,
Before
yeah.
the concert, and then the concert. Danielle L was really the only one that stuck out to me. Like Kristen was there, and they didn't show Kristen much.
At all.
They
I
only
almost
really
said.
showed Danielle, and then Corinne in the corner running
But
out.
who's the dancer that I
Jasmine.
like? Jasmine. They showed her a little bit. I think
Yeah, a
she
little
was
bit.
rocking it.
And
maybe
she
they-
was killing.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
she was
didn't
killing
because
it.
she was just
'Cause
like
she was-
so crushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
they-
I thought she was gonna win, probably just because
But all the camera time on Danielle probably let us as viewers know that she was going to get.
she was gonna.
Yeah.
But in their conversation again and in their time, like we see them dancing in the room later, and Chelsea
Yeah.
noticed,
That little butt grab.
yeah, not a little.
Okay, it was.
First,
a
his
huge
hands were
butt grab.
this
Damn.
way,
Well, I was just
Switch
trying
your
to be
hands around,
somewhat. I know. Okay, so they're making out.
and then as
Like,
Nick's hands
Butt
slide
cheeks.
down,
Yep.
full butt cheek grab.
full butt cheek
Not
grab.
one.
I saw it.
Both cheeks.
Yeah, and it
Those
wasn't
cheeks.
like a quick one. It was like he was holding
He
it.
said, "Hey, baby,
Yep.
I'm right here."
I'm not going anywhere.
What was the cheese pasta thing? Jasmine and Courtney
Oh,
Reeves
that
are both
was
saying
with
cheese
the
pasta.
nanny. She was
She's
saying that
tried
her
multiple
nanny
times.
cuts her cucumbers something else and makes her cheese pasta. And,
Oh my God, yeah.
And she just can't make the cheese pasta the same way that what's the nanny's name? Rachel.
Raquel.
Raquel.
yeah.
Raquel.
It makes her happy, and I'm not going to stand in,
And I'm not
in
gonna-
a way of a woman's happiness.
Wait. Julia Au says cheese pasta must be rich people slang for mac and cheese. I love
Oh my
that
god!
thought.
Wait, but seriously.
Can you please tweet that to me so I can retweet that, Julia?
No, wait.
Au,
Time out.
that's-
Seriously.
that's such a
no
good
one
thought.
says I want cheese pasta. You guys, I didn't even realize that.
Yo.
You think it's macaroni and cheese?
I think it's mac and cheese.
I can't.
No.
Oh
I-
my gosh! Wait,
Yeah,
time
it has
out.
to be, because what else would cheese pasta be?
I gotta I'm gonna do this
guys.
right now. I don't ever really
jumping
do
on
this.
Twitter? Is that what
I'm
you're
gonna
saying?
Instagram this. Guys, we're live in the middle of our show here on AfterBuzz TV talking about The Bachelor, and this is Chelsea, this is Brooks. I want to do a little poll.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Corinne called it cheese pasta on The Bachelor tonight. We want to know do you guys think she was really just talking about macaroni and cheese? Let us know. That's Chelsea's thought. I think she's right.
Fit that in
I
10
think that's
seconds.
so.
Yeah, how'd you do that fast?
Yeah,
Because you get 15 seconds on Instagram. Did you know that? Oh
no,
my
I didn't
gosh.
know that.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that
Spread the
literally just blows
news.
my
Yeah.
mind. I didn't even think about that. She
So
calls
bad.
mac and cheese pasta. Sorry, we just spent like 3 minutes
Do you know
on
what's
that. But
even? It would be even more comical is if it
What?
turns out that it's actually just mac and cheese out of the blue box. Like tries to make it like her as if it were some special recipe. Go to her house.
so-
and
She
Oh,
said
that's
things like
true.
she cuts my cucumbers. Like she can't even cut a cucumber.
it sounds like a euphemism.
she cuts my cucumbers.
Cuts my
she cuts my
cucumbers.
cucumbers.
Oh my gosh,
Just
that
how
is
I like it.
so funny.
I mean, who was the one that?
Thank you,
cut
Julia.
off her husband's.
Oh, yep.
Liza Bautista saying if it's mac and cheese, she will die.
I know. You
Danielle Heggy's loving this. Biba C.
macaroni
Definitely.
and
She says she's definitely talking about mac and
got
cheese.
that, baby.
Stephanie Ortiz hopes it's mac and cheese. Everybody thinks it's mac and cheese.
That's
Susan
it.
Underhill.
Wait, whoever brought that up, seriously.
Jasmine
thank you
John's
for
calling it crafted dinner. Are we gonna have a crafted
that.
dinner
We had
this
a
evening?
craft dinner.
Oh my gosh, this is
It
amazing.
was incredible.
Yeah, okay. That's
Okay.
Chelsea, that's great. I love that you
great.
just had that thought in your brain. You came right out with it. That's a good one. All right, moving on to the next date card. You guys good with this?
Yeah, we're ready.
Brooks?
Yeah,
we're just
we're
reading
ready.
tweets. Sorry.
Dad, are you here?
He's here. He's here.
Yeah.
All right, next date card. Danielle M reads it, which we didn't see any of, by the way, tonight.
Who is so
Vanessa, you make me feel like I'm floating. They go up in the 0G plane, and they get to... That looked so... Up until the moment she threw up, it looked so fun.
I want to say something about that.
Yeah.
About her getting sick. But I want to reverse first.
Reverse.
Reverse. Her hair looks absolutely impeccable while she's flying. It's like a shampoo commercial.
Oh, she has, like, perfect volume.
No, it's like
Yeah.
anyone else who that day was meant for her, because anyone else who's doing that, like if it was me, my hair would be like on my face, I'd be like choking on it. And then there she is getting sick. Like such a vulnerable thing, especially on your first date. That's so mortifying. Because I swear to God, she looked good like being sick.
Do you think
Like
they
she
added
did it in such a...
Do you think they added in the throw up sound, the gagging sounds, or was that really her?
No,
Because
I
you could
think
hear it like
I
ugh.
think that was
Boost it.
yeah.
Boosted
They might
a
have
little
just boosted
Well,
it, but
wait,
you
wait,
have
wait.
to think like. I mean, this is kind of gross, but I don't think you can like silently.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
let's
Sick,
get to the
right.
bottom of this because they had to have their mics on,
Right.
And
But
that's
then
not
everything else
weird,
was
right?
just GoPro.
But you could only hear the sound from a little bit away.
They
Yeah, I think
Because
that
when
was
Nick was
real.
talking, I think they enhanced the gag sounds.
enhance,
But it was there.
enhance.
Enhance.
Anyways, my
Okay.
point being is that she's basically a perfect human being.
I have to give Nick major props too. When she started throwing up, you could tell. A, it was very cool of him to be as involved as he was. But B, his care level for her, the way he massaged her foot, and then when they were
He was
leaning
looking
against the
up
wall,
like
he
her.
put his arm around her and he was kissing her cheek and the side of her head, really comforting and consoling her, reassuring her that it's okay, it's not that big a deal. He doesn't care. They both popped gum right away. He kissed
Yeah.
her anyways.
Yep.
That was really cool to see.
I think I'm curious to see if on the editing board they were like, oh, we can't include all of the kisses, or if they're like include all of them so it looks like they're kissing a ton, because that's what it looked like. I'm like, they kissed the whole time,
But you could tell
which
with
I
the
think
gum.
what I'm saying is great. I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean, even after they're getting off the plane, they're kissing. The
I think
whole
that's
time.
great.
I'm
I guess
like,
it goes to
dang,
my point.
that's
What
a
I'm
lot of
saying
chemistry.
is that I think a lot of America saw the softer side of Nick tonight. You know, we've not that we haven't seen it before.
It does exist.
It does exist, and I think we saw a little bit of that tonight with Vanessa more than we've seen with any other girl. Mm-hmm. I think that really shines a light on her, like puts her into. She's top 3, 4.
Oh, I think she's for
Hometown.
sure. She's going home.
I think her-
100%.
Her
Yeah.
level of, we know what quality we see because we see more in the house.
Yeah.
We know it's there. He's now starting to see it. What I'm afraid of is that she's going to see some of the Corinne stuff and let that cloud.
Like
Yes.
she alluded to in her conversation just
Well-
out front of the mansion.
Yeah.
On the steps.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, if that's what happens and she's like, look, if you are in to that type of a woman,
Mm-hmm.
I am the complete opposite, so I'm out, I wouldn't knock her for that.
Yeah,
Like,
but
Yeah, no,
Vanessa
I
and
would
Corinne
either.
are completely two different levels. So, you know, if Nick just keeps fawning over Corinne, you know, who just wants someone to make her mac and cheese, and like Vanessa is this top-notch catch.
yeah,
I don't
I
have,
think
like,
it's I
I
think it's
don't
going to be a
have time.
non-issue
Brooks, can I ask you a
Really?
question?
because I think it's too early.
As a guy,
Yeah.
And sorry, and I was just
my-
gonna say, and later I think Vanessa will quickly realize like
That Corinne's just
all
gonna...
there will be all these other things. Yeah, she'll be
yeah.
gone, and I think that we'll see Corinne probably leave because of that earlier than I think the producers would initially want.
Her
We
to
usually
leave.
see the villains last longer. We might see a departure from Corinne a little bit earlier. What do you guys think?
You think she would leave on her own?
No, I think
Oh, I
she's
was
just
like,
gonna.
no way.
She's
she already
just
said
gonna
once
leave
she
the
wanted to
show
go
earlier.
home.
Sorry,
That was
Danny.
so
Now,
dramatic.
what was the question?
Brooks,
As in-
question for you. We see Corinne come out earlier in a trench coat and she's got whatever underneath with the whipped cream, trying to do the sexy thing, talking about that she has it. Yes, it's sexy and it's hot. Then you see someone like Vanessa, who starts out dinner by thanking Nick for being him. She initiates that conversation, speaks 3 languages, educated, stunning, very vibrant.
Pro V
What do you
hair.
find more sexy?
Oh well, of course the Vanessa case, 100%.
I do too. That's a no-brainer. What boggles my mind is that I feel like a lot of people will fight for Corinne and say they would rather have Corinne, and that's what I'm afraid of. We're gonna see.
Really?
Because
I
I
don't-
think that's like the instant gratification.
You think that's
Corinne
what it is?
is the instant gratification. It's just like how like we're like all on our phones, like how many people like this photo? That's just like instant gratification, you know? But
So Corinne
Vanessa,
is Instagram.
okay, Corinne is Instagram.
Vanessa is.
And
I don't need a phone. I'm gonna settle down
Yeah,
in the house
she's
and
like-
put the phone away.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What's
yeah,
that?
there we go.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I see what you did there.
I mean, that's what I think.
We kind of did together. It was like
Okay,
teamwork.
Teamwork.
Thanks, Brooks, for answering the question. I
was
appreciate
so
it. So I want to move on. So that all happens, but then dinner. So she initiates that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
He starts crying. He cries at dinner. That's a big
I'm like kind
deal.
of into him crying.
Why?
Because
What did you see in that moment? Like in a guy, what did that show you from Nick?
in the world of it being The Bachelor and this is his 4th time doing this, I think probably for him it was like a release of I think it was a release of a lot of different emotions, like
Yeah.
his stress, like his vulnerability. He was finally able to let it show, and just the possibility that he could actually finally walk away from this experience. You know, having someone on his arm and forever and always. And I think Vanessa was bringing that out in him.
Yeah, well, and to that too. I mean, look, Nick is, to your point of him being on the show now 4 times. Nick has to have approached the season with a healthy amount of skepticism of his own ability to interact in this space. I think he alluded to something of that nature, either on that date or later. So I think for Nick, he's also feeling refreshed to then his own like inner monologue is telling him, hey, this actually
I think that's a
this
good word.
actually
Like,
could
he
work.
was refreshed.
Yeah, so that I think got him slightly emotional
Yeah.
to go, hey, maybe I am. And that is playing into our polarization where, like, is he able to do this or not? Which is interesting to see the protagonist, Nick, also struggling with that like same interpersonal struggle that
Kenny,
we're
yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
in our assumption of him.
Ashley just wrote this in the chat room. He literally liked her so much he cried. That girl is powerful. She is. She's
Powerful
maybe
is an awesome word.
from what we've seen.
That's how
Powerful
she
is a
is.
great word for it. She's maybe the most powerful girl we've seen, or at least from what they've shown us so far in the house.
And how she carries herself with her confidence. Like, she's just like, I'm going to sit you down and I'm going to say this. And she delivers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the date. I love that they went to the U.S. Bank building, the tallest building in L.A.
That's cool.
I loved all of it. Was so freaking cool. What a cool date. If I'm Vanessa, I have a lot of quiet confidence walking into the house, and she's not a girl who's going to boast and talk about whatever and blah blah blah. But I quietly, confidently walk back in the house like, look at
I
the other
got
girls.
this.
I got a leg up on these girls now.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's
for
really
sure.
cool. Next one, date card. Whitney reads it. And it's another group date, obviously. Rachel, Alexis, Astrid, Jamie, Sarah, Brittany, Dominique. I'm done playing the field. Nick, track and field. I didn't know Nick did track and field in college. I knew he did in high school, but I didn't know he did in college. But Carl Lewis, Allison Felix, and Michelle Carter.
Sweet.
How
That's
cool
awesome.
is that? Props to, I can't remember which one of the girls knew it right away, called it out. I would maybe recognize Carl Lewis if I don't know if I would say in my head or out loud, oh, that's Carl Lewis.
Lewis.
I think I would recognize Allison Felix because it's the Olympics a lot more. There's a lot more viewing options now for them
Yep.
and a lot more social media, so we see it more. I don't know if I would recognize Michelle Carter. I didn't watch the shot put.
Would you know them?
No,
I wouldn't
didn't
at
know
all.
any of them.
But Allison Felix is
initially.
also a name that we saw pushed out a lot, just with women's track and field being so successful. I think we saw it a lot. But anyways, how cool is that? I mean, that's stinking awesome. They get to hang out with them. I thought the date was creative and clever.
I
But
thought
it
they
didn't-
did a really good job.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean, just
funny.
in the sense, like, you know, they're throwing into the heart and
Jumping
he's on
into the
that,
limo,
yeah.
and who was the girl that jumped really far?
Okay, I know who you're talking
It was
about.
Rachel,
I don't
wasn't it?
remember. Was it Rachel?
Somebody jumped
Like,
like,
she
into the
killed
front
it.
seat
Could-
of the limo.
Yeah.
or even further.
Yeah, it was
Might
like
even
onto the
clear.
hood
Yeah.
of
They're
the
like,
car. I was
you
like,
missed your calling in life.
holy crap.
I was so nervous, by the way, when the ring had fallen and she went to reach for it.
It's like a broken ankle.
No, I was like broken hand or finger or something.
when
It's
she,
gonna happen.
like,
She
yeah.
straight up just threw. Who? I'm just blanking on their names. Who was it that was running? Astrid and Rachel.
No.
No.
I don't.
Doesn't
who were the
matter. You
other
guys know
two?
what I'm
Yeah.
talking
It
about.
was Astrid and Rachel.
Guys,
it
did
was
you guys
Rachel.
feel any anxiety in that moment? I had immediate
it was just
anxiety.
like-
I'm like,
It was
broken
just
hands.
so much going on and like, I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to Rachel. By the way, Rachel looked so good. Like I know a lot of them just had like a little sports bra on and some. Rachel looks so good.
Yeah.
Abs sticking out. Somebody just commented this in here. I was gonna say something about it anyways.
Damn, girl.
She looked real good.
Damn.
So I gotta hand it to her. And then we see she ends up with Astrid gets the extra time in the hot tub, but who gets the rose? Rachel. That's 2.
Yeah,
roses.
that's awesome.
I mean, other girls have gotten 2 roses if you include like getting roses at the end of the show. But
But I think it says a lot to
first
do it in a
impression
group date.
and a group
Like,
date
you couldn't
rose.
wait, you know?
that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Sarah gotten one? She doesn't have a group date.
Well,
does
so
she?
that moves me to we got a little over 10 minutes before we move to questions, but that moves me to I want to talk about this. See the pool party instead of the cocktail ceremony, and we see everything happen at the pool party.
I want
them
to talk
hanging
about
out.
the girl flicking. them
Yeah,
off.
we'll get there. I want to talk about first before that some girls who haven't got a lot of time, who we think they're maybe saving as like dark horses. I think Sarah is absolutely
sure,
one of them.
yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
Whitney could be one. What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
I think you really want Winnie to be one.
And I think so too. I want, I guess, I hope.
Yeah.
But she may be
I don't
a little
even know
too
about
reserved.
her personality. Like, or maybe just because they haven't
We
shown
haven't
her
seen
at
any
all.
of it. We haven't really seen much of Sarah's person. We've seen little bits, and she's
But
very
yeah.
smiley. So we receive it as like, oh, personality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
But
I mean, Sarah for sure is a shoo-in.
yeah, and Vanessa
think.
doesn't have that energy where we immediately are like, oh, you can't not give her camera time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm trying to think who else maybe. We haven't seen much more of Danielle since their first date, Danielle M.
Yep. That's
The
natural.
blonde.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
Oh, you were here when I fawned over her.
I'm not surprised about that at all.
Okay, so let's move to the pool party. Chelsea, you guys noticed a little something tonight that was pretty awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah, we saw that earlier in the show. We saw Alexis have her moment where she steps between the girls in the rose ceremony. She says, "Move, bitches."
bitches.
We thought it was dubbed over. I actually tweeted out that it was edited, and she said, "Excuse me, please." Nick tweeted out that I was wrong, and he said, "I can confirm." She said, "Move, bitches." Then we see her say,
She did
"Move,
it
bitches"
again.
during track and field.
That's right.
And
That's
then
right.
Chelsea notices her do a little something. Chelsea, I'm gonna let you give it because it was
So
pretty
when
fun.
Corinne and Nick were in her Princess Bounce house, when the girls were walking out on the side gate, she walks out and just flips them the bird. Like, just, those are my thoughts.
And her
there
when we
go.
paused it,
It
her
was
face
awesome.
is pretty aggressive too.
Yeah.
Like
she was not
If you guys
happy
missed
they
it,
were in the bounce house.
I tweeted out a screen grab of it. You can check it out on my Twitter. But I can't believe Corinne. How does Corinne get a bounce house? Like, Brooks, how does that happen?
Isn't the Bachelor or whatever you want? They're just like, oh, here, that's a good idea.
But, like,
I mean, it's the
especially for
same-
someone like Corinne.
So
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
girl could have gone to the producers and been
No.
like, so only Corinne.
Only Corinne.
Are there any other girls on this season that could have done this at this point?
No.
Really? You don't think?
No, because then what's the value in the story? I don't think that there would be much of a.
So tell me
a
from a
reason at
producer's
this
angle.
point.
From a producer's angle, Corinne comes and they go to the other producers like, yep, she wants a bounce house. She's already been pretty crazy in that. Like, how does that happen?
probably even
Or
went to her.
would they bring that option to her? Like, you think she? Yeah.
Yeah.
To make
I
her
don't
look
think
even
Corinne
crazier?
was like, oh my god,
I
I
wanted
want
to
to
do a
do bounce
bounce
house.
house.
I think they came to
Some
her
private
like,
time.
do you want to do a bounce like a little
Didn't
kid?
cheese pasta? Okay, chat roll. I need your help. Didn't cheese? I'm calling her cheese pasta from now. That is all she. I'm not saying her name.
CP.
She is.
Mac and
She is
cheese.
cheese pasta from now. Didn't cheese pasta earlier in one of the other episodes say that something about bounce houses
God, I don't
in
remember.
Florida, like her something with her nanny? Why am I getting the feeling she said something about bounce houses?
I don't know. Even if
I
she
don't-
did and the producers knew that, they'd go, "Oh, easy
Yeah.
segue for her to feel like it's a really great idea.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do a bounce house,
Yeah. And Nick will be your prince in the bounce house.
and you can mount him."
Jessie O is love. She goes, Alexis, I love you. You're my spirit animal.
Ansel.
Ansel, yeah.
Nina DeMarco, Alexis is from Jersey. You need to be careful of Jersey girls. Jasmine
Who's
John says
from Jersey?
Alexis
Christina would
better be on
disagree with
Bachelor in
that.
Paradise.
Wait,
Corinne's
who's
gonna
from
be on
Jersey?
Bachelor in Paradise
Alexis
for sure.
is from Jersey.
And so's
Oh,
Corinne,
oh,
right? Is Corinne not from Jersey?
She's
No,
from
Corinne
Florida.
is from Miami.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes, Miami.
Yikes. Who grows up in
The
Florida?
Weekend says Corinne has to be a paid actress by the show. No, I don't think
Nope.
so. I don't think so.
Ruined the show.
She should be, but I think that-
Misha C said, did her nanny blow up the bounce house? Yeah, I hope there's a
good.
Twitter account called Cheese Pasta Amanda as well. Nobody seems to know, but I'm very interested in that. Guys, did you really see anything in the pool party lean you towards anybody going home or staying for sure?
We didn't really see much of the pool party.
Yeah,
other
I
than
think
the
the
Corinne
girls
moment.
were just pissed.
Other than the girls being pissed. In the previews, we start to see a little bit of this Taylor cheese pasta feud really get some
Yeah.
fuel. You weren't here, Chelsea. Brooks, do you remember we had this moment we said, who's going to be the girl in the house who's going to rise up against Corinne?
Yeah,
Did any of us say Taylor?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No, I think
but
Raven
I like it.
and
Yeah, we were like Raven, Kristen. Who's it gonna be?
Raven is the one with the southern
Yes.
accent,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
because let's go to Raven's for that moment when she was like, "It was revealed that
like a robot.
that Corinne has a nanny," and Nick's response was just like, "Oh, the rest of America," when they heard
What?
He
She has
was
a
like,
what?
And then you could see the wheels turning, and like, wait for her kids. I mean, she had kids.
Did she have a kid?
And then he's like, wait for herself. And I just thought that was
She's
probably
like,
the
a
most
nanny.
perfect moment
Yeah, it was-
of this episode.
It was incredible.
I was peeing my pants out. It was so funny.
Really, the only thing I took from the previews was the Taylor versus Corinne next week. I think it's going to be freaking great.
I think it's great.
It looks like there's a moment where they're sitting around the couches. And by the way, chat room, I'm just going to give you a heads up. We're going to do predictions, and then we're going to go to you guys here in about 3 minutes. So if you have questions, can you start asking them now, please? There was a moment, it looks like they're sitting around on a couch, and someone says to her, are you really ready as a 23-year-old to get married?
Yep.
Who said that?
To a 36-year-old man. It was, you guys, why can't I remember her name? She was a brunette.
Alexis?
The names have been harder this season.
Yeah,
for me as
I don't
well.
know why.
I feel like I'm better on names this season than any other season.
Oh, I feel like I...
We're probably just
Can't
doing a bad
remember.
job of writing them down when we see them.
Way
Anyway,
to show us up. Look at Charles. I bet they know. No, I'm being serious because I can.
what's from a face? Oh, bam,
Yeah,
you know.
they just know. Does no one know?
The weekend, people are saying Taylor and Corinne are going to have a 2-on-1. Maybe it is going to be next week,
Ooh.
our first 2-on-1.
No
It'll be
way.
interesting to
It's
see
They're
not-
not going to
it's too
send.
early.
It's too early. They
Yeah.
won't send one of them
No.
home now.
Yeah,
No
it's
way.
too early to have a 2-on-1. And both those girls are too prime in the house.
Yeah.
It says a lot about Taylor because the producers knew that there had to be someone. There had to be another someone
Yeah.
to make opposite
Right.
of Corinne. And it's interesting that Taylor, because we don't really know a lot about Taylor to this point. We haven't
Right.
seen a lot of screen time. But we's about to.
I really was into Jasmine this episode. And like her reaction when they were sitting on the couch and Corinne said that she has a nanny was absolutely hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
it's fantastic.
She
She
took it.
is so funny. She's
Jasmine's
like,
great.
what?
So do you know how to wash your
I
clothes?
love her. And she is a
Yeah.
spitting image of Gabrielle
Union from Omaha, Nebraska.
Stunning.
Represent.
Absolutely stunning.
She is.
Yeah. And talk about abs. Did you see her in a bathing suit?
She's a dancer. Of course she's going to have
Oh
abs.
my
She looks
God.
fantastic. Do you think... I thought Jasmine was maybe one of the people that would rise up against Corinne. A little
I
more
thought
like
so too.
I think,
spoken.
yeah. I mean, I think she will at some point. Or like once
Got a
the
little edge.
fights
Maybe she
get
just laughs
going,
about it,
she's
though.
just going to jump in, I think.
Let's do this. Before we move to questions,
Okay.
Steven, can we please go to predictions?
And now,
Are you trying?
your AfterBuzz TV.
This is all I want from predictions for you guys. Give me your top 4 after tonight. Brooks.
Vanessa, Danielle M, Danielle L, and Whitney.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to take Danielle M off, and I'm going to put Sarah on instead.
Ooh.
I'm going to
Chelsea?
take Whitney on and put Sarah in.
But who are the other? Oh, the same as
Yeah.
mine. Okay.
Yeah.
I got Danielle M, Danielle L, Vanessa, and Whitney.
Okay. So
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
so
We're
was
right
that the
there.
same? Yeah.
We're almost all the same.
I think Sarah and Rachel are both tied
Come on,
for
guys,
5th
let's
for me.
mix it up. Let's throw somebody
I
in
know,
there.
that wasn't
Raven.
that. That wasn't-
I think Sarah and Rachel are tied for 5th for me. Rachel could be in there instead of Whitney. Very curious to see on that one.
Dun dun dun.
Da-da-da. All right, let's move to questions. First question from Sarah. Guys, we have 10 minutes for questions. We're doubling the amount of time we said we were going to give you for questions because we love you and we want to do that. First question from Sarah. Could you see any girls from this season being compatible with any Bachelor alum or with you, Danny? Haha. Let's go with the first question. Bachelor alum. Interesting. I could see Corinne and like Robbie hitting it off on Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh my God.
It's
You guys
actually
think
really,
I'm-
it's a really great
You guys
suggestion.
think I'm joking? I am not at all.
Wow. You guys,
I
what
feel
if
like
Corinne and Chad were
Olivia,
together?
maybe, if they want to, like,
Corinne and Olivia?
yeah.
What are you talking
What?
about?
Yeah, Corinne and Olivia. I don't know. Maybe they're like, hey.
That's like a weird fantasy that's coming out.
Yeah, villain fantasy. What, you guys, am I the only one? I guess I'm the only one.
Yeah, I can't say that I've had those
I
fantasies.
found him in an AOL chat room.
Compatible with me, I don't know any of them well enough, but from what I've seen, you guys know I like Danielle.
Danielle and Vanessa and Whitney.
What about
Proceed.
them?
Proceed.
With
All
them?
Danny.
Andrea or
We're talking about
Andrea
fantasies still?
Wynn, I think is how I pronounce your last name. She says, first of all, excited to see you on Extra TV tomorrow, Brooks. You're going to be on
Oh,
Extra
that's
tomorrow?
right. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to be there at 10 a.m.
What are you going to be on Extra for?
Which-
extra.
Talking about Bachelor After Show
With who?
with Hannah, the host of the after morning show.
What about
I
Mario?
forgot the
Oh my
title.
God.
Amazing. Are you excited to be on?
I'm excited to be on it. Yeah, and I could. You know,
Jeez.
Tomorrow-
Thanks, Andrea.
Tell-
Can you
Yeah.
go ahead
You
and tweet
need
him
to
at
be
tomorrow?
Brooke's assistant.
Wake him up
You're
at like 8 a.m.
welcome.
Oh Lord, bless
Lordy.
him.
All right, but her question for you, Brooks, was it
Yeah.
awkward being at Des and Chris's wedding?
No.
Okay, that was an easy one. Why not?
Because I love Chris. We were the closest in the house, along with Michael. So there's kind of a trifecta there. And yeah, I knew that I was leaving because it wasn't working out between us, and it wasn't like we were super close at that point. And Chris and her built their relationship well after the show. So to be at their wedding was an honor.
I mean, I've never
cool.
been to an ex's wedding, but I hope that I never have to sit through an ex's wedding. That sounds.
Well, yeah, I can't consider. Okay, now you're assuming that she's my ex. Like,
Because, I mean, come on.
but we were on a show. We actually went on 2.5 dates. Like, would you be weirded out if a friend of yours went out with somebody
Yeah.
that you had gone on like 2 dates with?
Yeah.
You would be?
Yeah.
2 dates? No, absolutely not. Absolutely, I
What?
would call the friend and say, "Hey, just
Yeah,
want to
hey,
make sure
good
you're cool
luck.
with it as a friend. I'm gonna go."
Yeah.
Anyways,
Men are
I'm gonna
so
move on to more
weird.
questions. S. Omen says, if you could choose a bachelorette from what we've seen so far, who would you choose? One name.
If we could choose a
A
bachelorette.
bachelorette from who we've seen so far. One girl.
Oh.
Sarah.
Oh, dude, I thought the same
Got
thing,
it.
and I'm like, they're gonna pick Sarah to be the next bachelor.
Yeah.
I think Vanessa.
Vanessa,
Vanessa would be-
Vanessa would be great. She's too tall.
I mean, I just,
not a
I
factor.
almost.
Hi, Pure Life
factor.
228 from Thailand. Hello.
That's awesome.
Aside from the kooky characters like Alexis and Corinne, who else can you see on Bachelor in Paradise? Dominique is my pick. One name.
Dominique. Oh, the one she just got kicked off.
No, she's still on.
I could see Rachel.
Oh no, Dominique. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
just kick her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Bye, Dominique.
Bye, girl.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
But
One girl. Bachelor in Paradise.
yeah.
Yep.
I stick to my initial choice.
Me too.
Charlie Rose 214 asked an interesting question. We'll take like 30 seconds on this. Why do you think they don't get older women for Nick, or like in their early 30s since he's 36? Why is that?
Doesn't he put
Yeah, that's a great
what he
question.
wants down? Or is that not real? I thought that like with the contestants, he's
So
like.
you think
this
he's like
is the-
keep him under 25?
Well, apparently, I mean, there's got to be a reason.
No,
Or
I
is
don't
he
think
not
that,
like?
that doesn't seem like the most logical reason. I'm saying.
Oh, I thought this is how I always viewed it. Maybe I've always thought this wrong. If he was like, I am so not attracted to blondes. Like, I can't have all these blonde contestants.
Interesting.
Okay, but
Like, I thought they sat down and like did little character traits, like personality, looks, the whole age. Everything.
well, they do cast more than the 25 or the 30 that he got
Sure.
that actually come out for the show. So
They cast like 50.
yeah,
They
well-
do?
well,
There's like
even-
20 secondaries. Yeah, aren't there?
Well, that come to the hotel, I know
Yeah.
that there's at least 5. They
Yeah.
come all the way. They think they're going to be on the show.
Yep.
And
You get
they
sent
go,
home. Can you
sorry,
imagine?
you got
Give
cut.
up your phone, all ready to
Yeah,
go.
all that.
Wait,
they're
but they
sitting there
get
thinking.
cut based on what?
Just that what I'm trying to lead into is I
Oh.
think Nick has some say within those
Yeah.
parameters because casting starts months in advance before they even
I mean, most of those
know
girls
who
signed
the
up for Luke.
Bachelor is.
Oh, I would have signed up for Luke.
Yeah, but America wouldn't have watched.
When do you guys
What?
think this is
Yeah.
from?
America wouldn't have watched if Luke was the Bachelor.
No.
I absolutely
next question.
100% disagree with you.
Danielle
that should be
Heggie.
the next question.
Danielle
Wrong,
Heggie, when do
but
you guys
you can do
think
that.
Nick will send Corinne home?
I think
So
we've
she
got
goes-
like 3 more episodes.
Yeah,
2 or 3 more.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's generous. I think. Yeah.
All right. Amanda F. Brooks, what was the most hidden thing you found out while on The Bachelorette that we don't see as viewers?
Ooh, I think that was one that we just went over, that topic about how they do
That's
the casting.
Yeah.
God, I think we've covered it in like past episodes, so
Yeah.
I can't really. I don't want to speak to that nauseum.
Fair
I don't
question
know.
from Nina DeMarco. What do you
Move
feel
on.
about Dom going home early? Because we didn't really even cover that. We skipped over it. If Nick didn't see it, I'm okay with her going home. I don't want him to waste anybody's time and just to be nice.
Yeah.
He
agree.
didn't see it.
And he was
He
nice
didn't see
about
it at all.
Yeah.
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 That's
He was
okay.
like, okay, cool. That's how you feel?
Nice to see you.
Cool. Let's stop the false pretenses and just move on.
Fantasy Stats Guru asks, what one-on-one date would you want to go on with your front runner? Would you want to do like a helicopter thing, like a zero gravity thing?
What would you do?
If
Yeah.
it's
Like-
if it's
Chelsea?
if you're the Bachelor or the Bachelorette and it's your front runner, like the person in your mind who you think like this is the person I'm most into, what would you want to go do? I don't know if I want to
Such
do
a
anything
hard
crazy.
question.
Yeah.
I'd want to get out on
I
a
would
yacht
just,
in the middle of the
want-
ocean,
yeah, I was
away
gonna
from
say, I just
everything.
want to be like on a
As
beach
much
somewhere,
talking
just like
time as possible. Yeah.
Or in a jungle, waterfalls, hiking around.
For sure.
I'd
Yeah.
want to do something like
It'd be the
really
most
chill.
boring TV. You know, I'll just make it really boring. There's
Yeah.
like, this is all great.
just-
know
I
you
don't
guys
want
are
to
getting
scale a
connected, but
wall
I
or
don't
like
know what to do.
rappel or
No.
jump out of a plane. I want to go just be around and talk. That's all I want
Oh,
to do.
by the way, that
We're
happened.
really boring.
That happened to me on my dinner date. The producers had to come over and they go, all the stuff you're talking about, you guys get to know each other. It's great. It's great. We just don't have anything for the episode, so we need some stuff.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
What do
Oh
you have
yeah.
to do?
You're like, okay, well, and they're
Here's
so I
some
guess this is
steps.
the
Yeah, so
answer to
there's
your
the
question.
answer. Yeah.
Something, yeah. They were like, okay, well, what about this topic to talk about? And we're like, okay. So we would then like have
So
to
you'd be
start
like,
talking about
so
this.
sharks. Wow.
Oh, Jessica O corrected me. I did say Taylor would be the one to rise up against Corinne. Go me! I forgot about that. Kristen
on
Epperson.
with you,
This is a
bad
great
girl.
question. How do you guys feel about Nick saying he gave Corinne the group rose partially to see how the girls would react? I forgot he did say that.
He said
this
that?
was on someone sent us on
Yeah.
Twitter this article.
Do you think that's sort of playing mind games with the girls or not? Quick answer.
If
Quick
he did
answer?
say that, then yes.
I felt like it was a good excuse to say why he gave the
But why
rose
does
to
he have to
Corinne.
make an excuse? If he wanted to pick her, then he could pick her.
Well, because I think people were like, he gave her the rose because producers want him to give the rose to Corinne. Because why else
But
would he
that,
have come out and
has
said
to
that?
be true too.
Interesting.
Why did he come out and just say that? That's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Carmen
Exists
Reed
in this
asked, didn't they
internet.
talk about how the average age has actually changed? It just seems worse because it's a wider split this time. It's a good point because Nick is older than most bachelors have been.
Right.
It is a wider split. Soccer Freak 1011 asks, is something sketch about Raven or is it just me?
No, I don't think she's sketch.
I don't think anything's sketch about Raven.
I don't think she's sketched, but I think she's blunt. That's
Yeah,
why I think
but I
she's going
like
to go
that.
further.
Brit
Yeah.
Brit asks, Chelsea, I'm going to let you answer this first. If you could
Okay.
ask Chris Harrison one question, what would it be?
Are you tired of saying this is the most dramatic season yet?
Did you, in fact, hook up with Selma?
Who?
Someone
It's
Hayek?
like, that was so...
Oh, come on.
No, not Selma Hayek. It
I was
an
like,
old
there's no
contestant.
way.
Remember,
Oh.
there was some controversy of whether or not Chris Harrison was hooking up with some of the
I think
Bachelor
Chris Harrison
contestants.
has the best job in America.
Misha C. Do you believe Nick will pull a Caitlyn and sleep with Corinne, which may cause someone to leave?
Nope.
I think Nick sleeps with someone.
I think Nick sleeps
Yep.
with someone too.
But with
Let's be honest.
Corinne, was the
I don't
question
think-
correct?
oh.
I don't know if it's Corinne. I don't think it's Corinne.
I don't know.
But I think
But
it
he
may be.
sleeps with someone.
And that may be what all the tears that we see that they led us to believe would maybe be
Was
about.
Corinne, yeah.
Yeah. Corinne's tactics, by the way, I mean, just
Oh
awful.
my
In terms
gosh.
of like, here's what I'm gonna do. He's just gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah, they're
solid
awful.
plan.
Julia Au. My question is, can you guys please make Damn Daniel and Alexis happen? They are a match made in heaven. Remember Daniel, Canadian Daniel?
yes, yes.
Oh my gosh, Julia, that's
I
genius.
miss Dan.
Matchmaker. I missed it.
Yeah, I do. Dan, if you're out there,
Ash-
love you.
Ashley Taylor
Just-
says Rachel for
let's
Bachelorette.
connect.
We got like 45 seconds. Rachel, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Raven and Luke, no.
No.
Corinne
No.
and Chad. Jasmine John says no.
No.
Misha C. Orange Robbie, yes, Orange Robbie. See if there's any other questions.
God, that's kind of the exciting part about Bachelor in Paradise. I didn't really realize
Somebody
that.
else said I
It's
look like Slim Shady. Do I look like Slim Shady?
Yeah.
No.
You got one opportunity.
Whatever.
You'll
Guys,
vomit
any
on
other
your
thoughts?
lady
Where can
sweater
people
already.
find you in the meantime before we're back next week?
You want to do that, Chelsea?
I got it.
All right.
You can find me on Instagram at Millennial Miss.
Wait. Chelsea,
What?
don't sell yourself short.
Just Instagram?
MillennialMiss.com. You have a new blog post up.
Okay, I do have a new blog post. It's actually pretty incredible if you want to read it.
What's it about?
It's about how to give your girlfriend's relationship advice in a graceful manner. So you can check that out on the millennialmiss.com.
I
Look at
will
that.
do that. What is it again? Another shameless plug at Little Millennial Miss. You can find me at Brooks Forster on Instagram and or Twitter. To be honest, I'm just not snapping anymore these days.
I know,
And if
I've-
you're out there, if you're in LA area, Danny and I, Sunrise Social Club, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7
Yeah.
a.m. Come run with us.
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Danny Hoyt, DANNYHOYT. Thank you guys to everybody in the chat room that submitted questions. I tried to get
Yes.
through as many as we could. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next week. Bye, Mom.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Cheese pasta.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.